A perspective from an action camera shows soldiers in a rally-style vehicle spotting a Ukrainian drone. They open fire but fail to intercept it. The occupants quickly abandon the car and run for cover. Moments later, the drone makes direct contact and the vehicle is neutralized. An FPV drone flies across an open field while scanning the terrain for potential targets. It soon spots a lone soldier positioned near a tree with limited cover. As the drone begins its final approach, the soldier observes the incoming threat and opens fire in an attempt to intercept it. Despite the effort, the shots miss and the drone maintains its high-speed trajectory toward the target. The drone continues closing the distance without deviation. Moments later, a direct impact occurs on the soldier and the target is neutralized. The camera feed cuts out upon contact. The scene transitions to a heavily damaged urban area where a lone soldier is observed walking through the ruins. He appears to be searching through the debris or possibly consuming supplies while remaining unaware of the active aerial surveillance. An FPV drone quickly detects his presence and begins a steady pursuit across the scattered rubble. Noticing the incoming threat, the soldier attempts to find safety by entering a nearby destroyed structure. The drone follows closely behind, maintaining a direct line and visual contact throughout the entire maneuver. It enters the building shortly after the target to ensure a successful engagement. Moments later, the perspective shifts to a separate aerial observation platform positioned at a distance. This second angle captures the exact moment of the contact from an external viewpoint. A significant strike occurs within the structure, resulting in a sudden cloud of smoke and debris. The target is neutralized as the mission concludes. An observation drone scans an open field and identifies two soldiers moving toward a stationary disabled vehicle. The individuals proceed to enter the damaged car, seeking shelter or searching for items within the interior. Upon confirming their location, a kamikaze drone is dispatched to engage the target. The drone maintains a steady approach as it closes in on the vehicle where the soldiers remain stationary. A direct strike is achieved on the car's position. The perspective then shifts to a secondary aerial observation unit positioned at a safe distance. From this wider angle, a significant explosion is visible, followed by a large plume of smoke rising from the site. The impact results in the complete neutralization of the target area as the smoke continues to obscure the scene. An observation drone spots three soldiers moving through an open field. A kamikaze drone enters the frame and flies toward the group. It strikes one soldier and the impact affects all three. The target is neutralized. An observation drone captures a kamikaze drone entering a shelter within ruins. The device fails to detonate initially and remains at the entrance. A soldier is seen handling the drone and carrying it further inside the structure. Suddenly, an ignition is visible, followed by a large internal explosion. The camera pulls back as smoke and debris erupt from the openings of the ruins. The target is neutralized. A drone flies over an open field and identifies several soldiers walking along a dirt road. It begins to close the distance, focusing on the individual at the rear of the group. The drone maintains a steady course and makes direct contact with the target's back. A strike occurs and the soldier is neutralized. A drone hovers near a tree line in an open field, scanning a trench system. It identifies a soldier who is stuck in a narrow opening of the shelter, with his lower body exposed. The FPV drone begins its final approach and achieves a precise impact on the stationary target. Approximately 1/3 through the sequence, the perspective shifts to a high-altitude reconnaissance drone. From this wider angle, the entire engagement is clearly visible. The drone confirms a direct hit, and the target is neutralized within the trench. The footage shows two soldiers positioned in a low-lying area within a tree line. One individual is seated on the ground with a backpack, while the second soldier stands nearby. An observation drone hovering directly above monitors their movements. The seated soldier looks up and clearly notices the aerial threat, but remains stationary without taking evasive action. At that moment, ammunition is released from the drone and falls toward the targets. A direct impact occurs between the two individuals. Both targets are neutralized simultaneously as smoke covers the areas. A lone soldier is seen navigating through bushes and open fields while attempting to remain undetected. He eventually moves toward a large tree to seek cover from aerial surveillance. From the perspective of a high-altitude observation drone, a kamikaze drone is observed entering the area directly beneath the tree canopy. A significant strike occurs within the targeted location, resulting in a large explosion. Smoke and debris rise from the site as the camera monitors the impact. The target is successfully neutralized under the tree. A reconnaissance drone scans the terrain and identifies a soldier positioned beneath a small tree for cover. The target remains stationary while attempting to avoid detection from above. An FPV drone is then deployed to the exact coordinates provided by the observer. As the kamikaze drone approaches the tree line, it maintains a low altitude to navigate the environment effectively. The drone begins its final descent and closes the distance rapidly toward the identified location. A direct strike occurs precisely under the tree canopy. The impact results in an immediate explosion and a cloud of smoke rises from the site. The target is neutralized as the observation drone continues to record the outcome from a high altitude. The mission is successfully completed with a confirmed hit on the identified position. A soldier runs through high reeds, attempting to find cover. He eventually lies down in the thick vegetation to remain hidden from aerial surveillance. However, an observation drone maintains a continuous visual track of his position throughout the maneuver. A kamikaze drone is then directed toward the hiding spot. It enters the reeds and a strike occurs. The target is neutralized. The footage begins with a high-altitude perspective from an observation drone, monitoring a lone soldier as he runs along a dirt road through open fields. The individual appears to be moving at a sustained pace while frequently checking the sky, confirming he is aware of the aerial surveillance following him. After traversing a significant distance across the exposed terrain, the soldier decides to change direction and heads toward a dense tree line for cover. He enters the shrubbery and settles into the thick bushes, attempting to hide from the overhead threat. Despite his efforts to remain concealed, the reconnaissance unit maintains a constant visual lock on his precise location. A kamikaze drone soon appears in the frame, performing a final approach toward the tree line. The drone navigates through the edge of the vegetation and maintains a direct line toward the target's position. Moments later, a direct strike is recorded within the foliage. A large cloud of smoke and debris erupts from the impact site. The target is neutralized as the mission concludes. The ongoing conflict has fundamentally altered the nature of modern military engagements through the extensive integration of unmanned aerial systems. High-altitude reconnaissance platforms and FPV drones have created a transparent battlefield where movement is constantly monitored from above. This shift in technology has forced a change in tactical maneuvers, as both sides now operate under a continuous eye in the sky. Surveillance units utilize high-resolution optics and thermal imaging to detect signatures across vast distances, even within dense foliage or during low-light conditions. Once a target is identified, the transition from detection to engagement occurs within minutes, highlighting the efficiency of modern communication networks. The geography of the region, characterized by expansive agricultural fields and narrow tree lines known as posadkas, plays a critical role in the current struggle. These tree lines are often the only source of cover for infantry units navigating between positions, yet they have become primary focal points for aerial strikes. The precision offered by drone technology allows for a systematic approach to neutralizing targets with minimal collateral impact on the surrounding environment. This method of attrition emphasizes technical superiority and the ability to maintain a persistent presence over the front line. Electronic warfare also remains a silent but vital component of the conflict. Both sides employ advanced jamming systems to disrupt signal transmissions and intercept drone frequencies. Despite these countermeasures, the density of aerial activity continues to grow, with operators constantly adapting their equipment to bypass interference. The decentralized nature of drone teams allows for rapid deployment and flexibility, making them a cornerstone of modern defensive and offensive operations. As the footage demonstrates a sequence of systematic engagements, it reflects the broader strategic reality of the front line. Each strike is a calculated effort involving reconnaissance, data analysis, and precise execution. The landscape is continuously shaped by these interactions, serving as a visual record of the technological evolution in 21st century warfare. Tactical patience and technical proficiency remain the deciding factors in maintaining control over the contested terrain.
Subscribe to the channel and leave a like.